Welcome to your tapping on Alchemizing a Tender Heart. My name is Laura Mazzata, and I am a holistic therapist of 20 years, an Akashic Records expert, and the author of Holistic Mental Health. And this tapping is kind of like a meditation through tapping. My previous tapping that I did on my EFT playlist, you'll see on my YouTube channel, I have a tapping playlist that has over 50 tapping videos for a lot of other things that are coming up for you. And you can like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified of new videos that get posted. But the one that I previously did was a prayer, a tapping prayer. And while I was praying, I just started to tap, and it turned into this really beautiful process. And so this is kind of similar in that it feels like a meditation that as I sat down for myself to alchemize the tender heart and just be with this feeling, it started to just come through my channel as a meditation, and I was drawn to tap along with it. So it's kind of cool to play with different ways that we can work with tapping. And today is going to be one where I'm going to be reading what I channeled through for myself and sharing it with you. And what I love about this is that as I started to sit with and alchemize this tender heart, it really turned into this feeling of strength and empowerment. And it felt really, really right to serve the community with this tapping, because we can have our hearts feel tender for a number of reasons. And we don't necessarily need to attach to the reason why our hearts are feeling tender. Instead, it's just kind of meeting ourselves where we are and being compassionate and being present with the energy and allowing it to move through. So if you've never tapped before, click the description in this video. It'll take you over to my website, where there's another short clip on what tapping is, how it works, and why it's effective. There's also an image of the tapping points so that you know what we're going to be going through here. So you can pause this and go do that and come back here. You can also subscribe to the EFT playlist for other emotions or beliefs or resistance that comes up during this tapping if you need to move further after this to continue your process. Okay, so we're going to get started. We always start by grounding our feet and closing our eyes and taking a nice deep breath in all the way to the base of your spine. And slowly release. You're just tuning in to your physical body and to your emotions and your energy. Identifying how tender your heart feels right now on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most tender, 1 being the least. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Knowing that also, just so you know, I'm just going to give this little caveat before we start. It's good to have a tender heart. My heart's almost always tender. You know, that's not a bad thing. It's not something we always have to shift. But when we feel it is more tender, then to the point where we may feel vulnerable or where it's feeling uncomfortable, that's when we can really meet ourselves and moving it through with more intention. Okay, so we are not going to be using the karate chop point today. We are going to instead just start with our tapping point above the eyebrow. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in, straighten that spine by tucking your tailbone and tucking your chin, and repeat after me. My heart is very tender right now. I feel easily wounded. I even feel on the verge of anger and rage. I feel frustrated and stuck. I feel the need for movement and deep spiritual connection. I feel the old patterns and ways of being stripping away. I feel raw. I feel exposed. And I feel resistant to the balm of source that can heal my soul. I judge this resistance. But I choose to sit with the resistance so it has space to dissipate. I feel it rising in my chest. I feel it heavily in my gut. With each breath and each tap, it moves. It transforms. I allow my energy to lift from my crown. Like a balloon is pulling it up with a thread through my chakra system. I feel a lightening, an upward movement. I start to sit a little taller. And I can breathe deeper now. We're going to stay here for 3 deep breaths. I can breathe deeper now. I can breathe deeper now. I can breathe deeper now. I release any stagnant energy from my root. And I radiate breath out the sides of my body into my aura. Stay here and take 2 deep breaths. Breathing in again to the side body. And releasing into the aura. I feel the warmth of my breath in my heart space. I rest in this now. Keep tapping here and take a deep breath in and hold it. Now breathe in more to the sides and back of your heart and hold. And release. I release. I revive. I submit. I receive. I allow. I surrender. I hold myself. I remember. I am alive. I am well. I am whole and complete. I am connected. I am vital. I am here. I am now. I am. I can feel my strength. I can hold my own. Because I am reliable. I am divine. And I am one. Put your hands down, take a nice deep breath in, close your eyes. Tuning back into that energy of a tender heart. And just identifying how you feel on that scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the most tender, 1 being the least. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Let me know how that felt for you. Again, if anything came up, you can jump over to one of the other tappings. Feel free to reach out to me if you desire any kind of support. I have one-on-one vibrational assessments for $50. It's just a 20-minute connection, and I can tune into your field. We can get to know each other and offer you just some guidance and feedback and healing and love. So you can check that out in the link below in this description. And thank you so much for joining me for this tapping. I will see you very soon. Bye.